There are no three-peats, the Kansas City Chiefs disappointed fans by losing the Super Bowl at Caesars Superdome. They shut down the Chiefs' offense in the first half, taking a 24-0 lead into the halftime break. Kelce was held without a single catch through the first 2 quarters, unable to reel in any of his 3 targets from quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Kelce was visibly frustrated their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl win. But now trailing 27-0 with just over 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, it's looking like Kansas City will fall short of its ultimate three-peat goal. "I used to really care about that, man," Kelce said of his NFL legacy during a press conference earlier this week. "I used to want to be known as the greatest tight end ever. I think it's just more so enjoying these moments that I have with my teammates and trying to get these wins and create these memories. I've gotten away from, wanting to be known as that. I think I just want to be known as one of the best teammates these guys have ever had." While Taylor Swift showed ado support for boyfriend Travis Kelce at the 2025 Super Bowl, the Bad Blood singer made an appearance at the game wearing an all-white ensemble to cheer on Kelce, who is the star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. The team took on the Philadelphia Eagles, who led the scoreboard almost immediately. However, Swift still supported Kelce throughout the entire night, and even faced boos from the crowd. Things began to take a turn, though, as the Eagles kept scoring, with the Chiefs going into halftime with 0 points. Taylor Swift began in signature sweetheart mode, dressed in sparkly shorts and a white vest. She looked as excited and busy as usual in the VIP section, chatting and whispering with one hand over her mouth like a teenage fan. The mood music changed dramatically though, with her boyfriend's team losing badly by halftime and Travis standing dejected below her, wincing as he wiped his hand over his forehead in a gesture of bewilderment. Taylor streaked out, standing in a solitary pose on the balcony now. She gazed out at her lover unsmiling with her hands splayed and gripping the rail in a gesture of disappointed. And even though she was there to support her boyfriend, it didn't leave Swift immune from booing by Eagles fans. As she sat in her box with famous friends Ice Spice and the Hyams sisters, Swift faced some intense jeers. When the cameras put Trump up on the big screen, standing rigidly to attention and saluting beside his daughter Ivanka, the stadium rang with cheers. When Taylor appeared on the same screen though there was what sounded more like booing. However, Swift kept her composure and was still a good sport through it all. She held her pose bravely but her eyes rolled to one side and then the other in a gesture of disbelief. She showed she was a good sport though by retaining her smile despite the reception. Meanwhile, it's a Brother Bowl rematch. But this time, one's on the sidelines. Despite his long career playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jason Kelce made it clear he's rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs at Super Bowl 2025 with a well-placed and Taylor Swift approved accessory. The retired NFL superstar, 37, was spotted at Caesars Superdome wearing a red and gold beaded friendship bracelet that appeared to spell out Big Yeti, brother Travis Kelce's nickname. Jason also fully leaned into the big game's host city of New Orleans with his King Cake Season graphic tee and piles of Mardi Gras beads. Layered party necklaces aside, it's a far more casual look than the one Jason chose for last year's big game, where the Chiefs played the 49ers. Red and gold checkered overalls adorned with a Chiefs team patch and paired with a Big Yeti t-shirt. The loud look was designed to help Jason keep his cool on after he went viral for ripping his shirt off at the Chiefs vs. Bills game earlier in the 2024 season. Kelce joked that he chose the coveralls so he wouldn't be urged to disrobe. "I think he's moved on from that. wife Kelce said on a recent episode of her podcast, Not Gonna Lie, referring to the moment where he got swept up with Bills fans. Kylie, for her part, has said she would never wearing clothes supporting a team other than the Eagles. This year, the couple announced they'd be leaving their 3 daughters home to root from Uncle Trav from afar. I think it's a little bit controversial, but even during regular season games, I don't take the girls to every game. They're still very young, Kylie, 31, explained in an interview. A stadium with thousands of people can be overwhelming, and there's 3 of them. It can get hectic, it's just a lot. Indeed, tonight's suite includes Travis' girlfriend, Taylor Swift, who brought along dad Scott and brother Austin, plus pals including Ice Spice, Ashley Avignon, and the Hyam sisters, and parents Donna and Ed Kelce. Last year, Jason said the vibes in his family's Super Bowl suite were overwhelming. There were so many star-studded people there where it's like, dude, everyone wants to come and see her, but the suite's only so big, he said. It was overwhelming, to be honest with you. It was very overwhelming. This year, Jason is one of the most popular people in New Orleans, having hosted his own star-studded party on Thursday ahead of the big game. The 35-year-old tight end is unable to be by his girlfriend's side for the show on Sunday, February 2nd, as the Kansas City Chiefs are scheduled to arrive in New Orleans before Swift even takes the red carpet in Los Angeles. The Chiefs, including quarterback Patrick Mahomes, will land at the Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport at 4 p.m. on February 2nd, 1 week before they face the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2025 Super Bowl at Caesars Superdome, as part of their preparation for the big game. The So High School singer is nominated in 6 categories, including Song, Album, and Record of the Year. The Recording Academy confirmed Swift's attendance on January 30th and announced she'll be a presenter at the show, which is set to take place at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Are you ready for it? At Taylor Swift 13 is joining us this Sunday as a presenter at the 67th #Grammys, the Academy shared on X-Red, adding a tune-in. The Academy is yet to confirm in which category the pop superstar, who has won 14 Grammys through the years, will be presenting. The Chiefs, meanwhile, will begin their 1-week countdown to the big game as Swift joins her peers in the music industry. If Kelce, Mahomes, and the Chiefs win on February 9th, they'll become the first team in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Swift will likely support Kelce at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, as she did for their last 2 playoff games after the Chiefs defeated the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship on January 26 to clinch their spot in the Super Bowl. Swift celebrated with Kelce on the field, telling him she was so proud and showering him with sweet hugs and kisses. "I love you so much," Swift told her boyfriend, as the couple shared a long hug on the field. "I'm so proud of you, I can't stand it," she continued. The NFL star told Swift to wait for 2 weeks when they compete against the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59. New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. Meanwhile, Swift is embarking on some renovations at her Rhode Island mansion but is also considering buying a place with Kelce in the Kansas City area. When they have time, they want to look at real estate, a source told the magazine. The couple has talked about exploring buying a home together. Swift has become a regular figure in team circles, although she appeared at fewer Chiefs games in 2024 as she continued her Eras tour. With that now over, she was seen at Sunday's AFC Championship win over the Buffalo Bills and is once again expected to be on hand when the Chiefs play in Super Bowl 59 on February 9th in New Orleans. Kelce did already purchase one larger, more private home in 2023, which DailyMail.com revealed in a series of aerial photos. The $6 million mansion is a departure from his previous home, which was smaller and didn't offer much privacy. His new home is in Leawood, Kansas, about a 20-minute drive from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Inside there are 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, and a vast chef's kitchen, not to mention an outdoor swimming pool and 3 acres of land. Unfortunately, Kelce lost $100,000 in jewelry in his first ever Super Bowl jersey after thieves ransacked that home in October of 2024. According to reports at the time, Travis got upset as they stole some important items, including his first Super Bowl jersey. And to have someone get into his private home is something he really got uncomfy about, a source told the U.S. Sun at the time. Taylor wants to make sure her boyfriend can focus as much as possible on his career, and also as a congratulatory gift for Travis's successful season. The mansion that Travis and Taylor are considering is worth nearly $11 million, located on a private hill. With a lot of trees, a large golf course and 3-meter-high fences around it, it will be a place to protect the couple's love nest, with a complex security system and 24-hour guards, away from the prying eyes of gangs. In addition to Travis focusing on the Chiefs' Super Bowl goal after defeating the Bills in the AFC Finals, Travis also excited fans of pop star Taylor last week. He has revealed that Taylor Swift listens to his and brother Jason's New Heights podcast every week. The Kansas City Chiefs star made the admission on Wednesday's episode that his famous girlfriend tunes in all the time. She listens every week, Kelce told intern Brandon, real name Brandon Borders, who was describing meeting Taylor at last week's AFC Championship game. Borders explained how he had a long conversation with the Grammy Award-winning singer at the Chiefs' victory over the Buffalo Bills. Brandon continued, "We had a long conversation with her. She was very complimentary of the show. She gave us some creative compliments and it was like, let me be clear, you, Kelce brothers, can't tell me for the rest of my ing life. I am going to be obnoxious like, do you know who you're talking to? I was very appreciative of it and me and Jake are very lucky we get to around with you guys publicly, but there's a lot of people who do a lot of great work on this show and those compliments are not just for us. They're for everybody, so when somebody of that creative caliber pays you a compliment, you're kind of like, oh and, again, I'm going to be a complete narcissist from now on." Talking about meeting Swift, Brandon said, "We walked in the door, and, I'll give this away, she said our names immediately. It was like, oh my God. Brandon, Jake, finally." We were floored. She probably read that Jake and I were terrified. She's like, "I'm sensing a lot of middle school dance energy from these two." Travis replied, "She knows how to break the ice. She does. She's a pro at it." The pop star graced Arrowhead Stadium with her presence once again Sunday as her NFL beau and the Chiefs punched their ticket to a third straight Super Bowl. The XO High School singer stayed true to the hit inspired by the Chiefs' tight end as she was spotted adorably toasting Kansas City's narrow 32-29 victory over the Buffalo Bills. Footage captured the moment the NFL's golden couple were walking up Arrowhead's tunnel as the anti-hero hitmaker hyped up her triumphant boyfriend. Kelce had been a near-constant support throughout last summer when he attended many international shows of Swift's sold-out Eras tour, and the 14-time Grammy Award winner paid it back in kind with cheerleading of her own Sunday. The songstress was filmed enthusiastically jumping up and down and tapping the 3-time Super Bowl winner on the chest in excitement as she gushed over him in celebration. Kelce chuckled at his pop sensation girlfriend's animated congratulations before lovingly tucking her under his arm and placing a kiss on her forehead. Swift, who donned a designer monogrammed Louis Vuitton outfit for the occasion, was one of the first to congratulate her boyfriend, rushing onto the field with his mom Donna to give him a hug after dashing to the field. Swift was smiling and nodding in approval as Kelce shouted, "Never satisfied, baby," and then sang a line from Get Down Tonight by KC and the Sunshine Band. Once he stood down off the podium, the couple shared a passionate kiss in front of hundreds of cameras before linking arms and walking back to the locker room together. On their way, Swift gave Chiefs coach Andy Reid a big hug. The result moved the Chiefs one step away from an unprecedented Super Bowl three-peat. Kansas City will look to achieve a feat no NFL team has accomplished before on February 9. While Dan Blandino, the former head of NFL referees, has astonishingly revealed how his own brother thinks there is a conspiracy where officials continue to rig games. It comes amid ongoing claims from fans that officials have tried to get the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl as Andy Reid's team pursue an unprecedented three-peat. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes benefited from some questionable calls in the recent playoff win over Houston Texans, which sparked outrage led by Dave Portnoy. Now, speaking on the DA show on Sirius, Blandino said, "Look, the Chiefs have gotten the benefit of calls, right? But good teams make their own breaks. You think about the Patriots, my brother, who is convinced the league is rigged, that is convinced that I signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, when I left the league office that I cannot tell anybody that it's rigged because I was head of officiating. We grew up in the same household, by the way." He added that he has unsuccessfully tried to convince his brother he is wrong, saying, "I said, listen, there's no conspiracy. There's too many variables, there's too much going on. To me, it's the hardest sport. When you think about football, with 7 different officials, to say, okay, I'm going to rig this game, or the game is rigged from the league office down. The officials are just trying to get it right, and you can't tell me the Chiefs have made 7 straight AFC championship games, they're going to play for the three-peat, they're going to play in 4 Super Bowls in 6 years, that it's just because of the officiating. But does he think the Chiefs have benefited from some questionable calls? They're a good team, and they make their own breaks, he answered. Yes, have they gotten the benefit of calls? Sure. Other teams get benefit of calls. I just think right now the narrative is so out there that anytime any close call goes for the Chiefs it's, oh, here we go again, and I'm sure Super Bowl Sunday, we're going to hear it for the next 2 weeks. The Chiefs face the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl in New Orleans on February 9th. Speaking after the Texans' win, Chiefs quarterback Mahomes dismissed suggestions officials favor the Chiefs. I've kind of learned that no matter what happens during the game, that something's going to come out about it if you win and you continue to win, so I don't really pay attention to it, he said. I've been on both sides of it as far as how I felt the calls were made, but at the end of the day, man, those guys are doing their best to make the best calls and keep it to where the players are making the plays in the game. That's what decides the outcome. And obviously there was a call here or there that people didn't agree with, but at the same time, I think there was a lot of other plays that really decided the outcome of that football game.